control versus emotional fitness. Mind control versus emotional fitness. Leilani 1, Reina
2 weeks ago, I had the most precious thing I have stolen from me. My emotions were stolen. I was not myself. I was convinced that there was something wrong with me, that I have a lot of problems, especially problem with authority, that I needed to confess the ways in which I was being inauthentic in my life, and to change that, and to open up new possibilities for myself. I believe in personal development, I believe in lifelong learning, and I believe it's a never-ending process. So when I heard that an organization called Landmark was organizing a seminar in Istanbul for the first time, a very well-known organization that has been around since the 60s, where millions of people have gone through this seminar and gotten such benefits and value from it. Everybody's raving about it. I thought, that's the place to be. That's where I want to be, because I want to learn something new about myself. I want to learn something new about my profession. I want to learn something new about human beings. So what better place to go? And when a trusted friend and colleague recommended it to me, I signed up with no doubt whatsoever that this was the place for me. As soon as I got there, I started to hear a lot of assumptions in what they were saying. They were assuming that everyone was living an inauthentic life, that everyone had inauthentic relationships, that everyone had blinders on and could not see reality for what it is. So some question marks start to pop up in my head. This could be true, but, you know, I've come a long way. I've learned something in my life as an emotional fitness coach. And these questions are going on, but I'm staying with the process. Let's learn something. Let's see what we can get from this. And then, boom! 10 rules. You cannot message in the room. You have to be here at 9 in the morning and leave at 10 at night. You should not take notes. Just listen to the forum leader. All your attention should be on him or her at all times. There was a man and a woman. And I'm like, I paid 550 euros to have someone tell me what I can do and what I can't do? Are you nuts? I'm out of here. Give me my money back. I'm trying to leave. And a woman, the forum leader, comes to me and says, "You're a bomb waiting to explode. You have a blind spot. You get angry so easily." I'm like, yeah, my heart's beating at 100 miles an hour. Of course I'm angry. Yes, and you don't know how to surrender. And if you don't surrender, your life and your relationships especially are going to be bad. Okay, she has a point. I am a bit, strong and can get angry and defensive when I see something wrong. Why don't you go back in the room and we'll have this conversation again on Sunday and we'll be laughing about it together. I will take care of you through the whole seminar. Okay. I go back in the room. I start to surrender. I start to cry. The next morning, I'm sharing my story, my whole life story with 110 people. But they are extracting only the negative things. They ask me in front of everyone, what's the worst thing that ever happened to you? And I tell them. I tell 110 people what was the worst thing that ever happened to me. What's the second worst thing that ever happened to you? I don't really want to go there. The second night, I was feeling very good. I was feeling very powerful. But something wasn't right. I was feeling restless at the same time. And I was with someone that I love. And I was looking at him, and I was feeling nothing. And I thought, is something wrong with me? Something wrong with him? Something wrong with the place? I moved places 5 times, and still, we couldn't solve the problem. And suddenly, I realized there's nothing wrong with me. There's nothing wrong with him. There's nothing wrong with the place. Landmark stole my brain and my emotions. And slowly I start to understand this, and I start to put all the pieces together. And I start to talk. I need to talk. I need to talk to someone. I need to talk to someone logical. And I'm talking. All the pieces are coming together. I'm coming back. My brain is coming back. Fuck, I've been hypnotized. Then my body freaks out. I can hardly walk. Something they planted in me was so strong, I could hardly walk. I felt like throwing up. I felt like crying, but I couldn't. It was like there was a wall between me and me. And I come back, physically and mentally, at 9:30 in the morning. I feel like myself again. And when was I supposed to be back, continuing the brainwashing process? 9 o'clock. Yeah. On the dot. Don't be late, or you're a bad person. I am so angry at them because they stole the most precious thing from me, emotions, and being myself. On the pretext of being myself, you know, being authentic, they took away my authenticity. It's ironic. But I'm grateful to them because they showed me how strong I am. And they showed me that when you're emotionally fit, you become strong even against manipulation, even against being taken advantage of, because your happiness and your love is coming from inside. Nobody can take that away from you. That's why emotional fitness is my life sentence. Not even professional brainwashers can take that away from me.